This is authentic 100% Iberian pig. This noble animal predominates in Spain, in the southern region of Europe. This species is known because of his black-reddish color, a strong pointed snout, drooped ears and strong legs that allow him to walk long distances while growing up. Raised naturally in pristine pasturelands on an organic diet, the Iberian pig delivers a flavor like no other pork. It freely feeds itself with acorns and has the ability to infiltrate his rich fat in his meat, giving it a unique flavor.
The fats also can capture flavors from what the pigs eat. And Spaniards learned literally centuries ago that pigs that eat acorns taste good.
Iberian pig's meat is high in omega-3 and olive oil, making it a very healthy meat.
So the combination of tasty and healthy makes it a superior product.
Among the extraordinary products that come from the Iberian pig, it is important to highlight the famous Iberian acorn-fed ham known as pata negra, one of the most exquisite gastronomic products recognized by the most refined palates and prestigious top chefs in the world.
There's certain products that they have, there's music behind them, the experience of sharing them, the experience of eating them.
We are talking about a jewel, gastronomic worldwide jewel.
The production of the authentic acorn-fed ham is slow and delicate, and it can take up to 36 months. Almost 3 years of artisan labor is necessary to achieve the most genuine and exquisite ham flavor.
It must be very natural process of drying, just only using the fresh air or the dry air.
In Spain, this ham is more than just a gastronomy product. It is a culture and there are rituals related to it. Usually, Spaniards enjoy eating it with family and during special events. Truly the most prestigious and glamorous tapas, that is.
Okay, I think that the jamón is not only a food. When you invite someone at home, the first thing that you can do is to offer jamón.
But why is it so difficult to find the authentic Iberian ham in the United States? Nowadays, we can only find products from Iberian pigs in selected and specialized delicatessen stores, such as the prestigious Central Market or Dean and DeLuca.
Anytime someone looks for ham and they don't know much about ham, I always offer them the Spanish ham because I think it's the best ham in the world and it blows their mind.
Really?
Yes, yeah. You should see the reaction on their face.
It's very
Yeah.
Sure. It fits with the American, smart consumer. The Americans appreciate quality. They appreciate good tastes.
It's probably one of the best things you can get to try in your life.
When Manolo was a child, he noticed long stretches of countryside with huge oaks in certain scenes of American television shows. Over the years, he decided to visit the United States to check out the quality of these oaks and to see if they really were like the ones in Spain.
And I used to ask my father, "Daddy, these are oaks." I said, "No, come on, it's impossible. Oaks are only in the Iberian Peninsula, north of Africa, some kinds in Italy, but not in the US." I was sure that it was oaks.
At the time, Sergio had been living in Miami for 4 years. Being away from his country made him yearn for the aroma and flavor of the ham, and he realized that it was very hard to find genuine Spanish products like pata negra in the United States.
When you move to a different country, you miss a few things from your home country. At that time, I miss like relatives, friends, and some kind of special food. And of course, for me, was the Iberian ham is a very special food, so I missed that kind of food. So I start thinking on this project, also maybe dreaming on this project, because I miss the Iberian ham.
A set of coincidences united the lives of Sergio and Manolo. Therefore, they started collaborating on the idea of bringing a new breed of pigs to America. Both had the same idea in their minds: to bring enough Iberian pigs to the US necessary to create a true Iberian pig industry. They dreamed about developing products derived from this extraordinary animal so that they could be introduced to the best delicatessen and healthy American markets, using the knowledge of an ancient tradition.
Manuel and I have the same idea in our heads without know each other. So when I was looking for somebody, some expert on the swine business, I was looking here in the south of Spain.
We combined my technical point of view of the project. Sergio has a financial marketing background.
It's been a 7-year journey. When I began asking questions about the oak trees that they needed, that they wanted for their project, a project that I didn't know at the time what it really was, I found out that they wanted a lot of oak trees.
We are going to fly almost 200 pigs from Spain to the US. The people doesn't realize that can be done.
This is a quest. This is a challenge. Nobody in the modern age had been able to bring Iberic pigs to the United States.
You know, we've had hog farmers, but we haven't had something like this. It's just different.
During his research process, Sergio discovered that no one had been able to transport pigs to the US except for one person: Christopher Columbus. Apparently, Columbus traveled with 8 pigs on his second trip to America back in 1493.
First pigs to be introduced into the Western Hemisphere were brought over by Columbus on his second trip.
That kind of pioneer feelings, that's what I have, and I suppose that Christopher Columbus also have at that time.
Texas is the second largest state in the United States after Alaska. The average annual temperature is about 59 degrees Fahrenheit, very similar to the southwestern region of Spain, where the Iberian pigs are originally from.
And in this part of Texas, there is a huge ecosystem of oak trees like this one we see here behind us. It's probably the densest, maybe one of the densest ecosystems of oak trees anywhere in the world.
Once the Iberian pigs were selected from Spain, Manolo and Sergio took samples of each animal to GSP, the most prestigious laboratory in Spain in charge of monitoring the health of the pigs. GSP is the European laboratory that specializes in swine health and works with the Spanish and European authorities.
Intervene veterinarians, biologists, biotechnologists, and computing analysts.
Sergio and Manolo started working with experts in the field to achieve what they had set their minds to: embark on an interesting journey. It is the first time in history that this project is attempted, and every detail had to be carefully thought through.
We have to talk with the USDA, with the quarantine station, with a specialist, a broker specialist on transport live animals in New York.
The main problem was that there was no protocol to import live pigs from Europe.
We have to contact a lot of people who was involved in this project because, you know, we have to make the pigs fly.
Sergio and Manolo overcame one by one all the difficulties that they encountered in a very magical way. While the hard work performed for almost 7 years was close to an end, the hardest part still awaited: the trip to the United States, a long journey of more than 9,000 miles.
There's something in this project that is about serendipity, especially the people involved, how they got together, from investors to leaders, how they unblocked the obstacles.
The first step consisted in transporting the pigs from Spain to Schiphol, the international airport in Amsterdam, Netherlands. Then, they proceeded with loading the animals into the plane. In order to facilitate air transport, an Irish manufacturing company was contracted to exclusively produce a special type of wooden cages. The pigs were only fed with water to avoid them feeling any dizziness or discomfort. In addition, they were not given any painkillers or medicines and were accompanied by an animal specialist.
When you have been working hard to reach this moment and the moment arrives, it's fantastic. It's just very amazing. It's absolutely magical. It's a magical moment, isn't it?
No, we can see it.
Yeah.
We have the opportunity to see how it's going.
But after 2 hours of flying, the aircraft's captain announced that they had to return to Schiphol Airport as they could not continue flying due to a problem they encountered with the equipment.
When we thought that it was done, we are on our way to New York. We have to turn around with all the pigs in the plane and start again.
Fortunately, due to the excellent logistics of the airline company, there was a plane switch, and just after 1 hour of the incident, the flight was resumed. Back on the new plane, Sergio and Manolo were able to speak to Eric Sol, the animal attendant.
We put the temperature on 10, 15 degrees and put the lights out. All the shades from the windows were down. So everything was nice and dark.
Finally, 521 years after Columbus' journey to America and after 2 long days of traveling from Spain, the new pioneers Iberian pigs touched United States of America soil. There, on a splendid New York summer evening, 2 large trucks waited at JFK Airport ready to make a 2-hour transfer of the Iberian pigs to the quarantine station in Rock Tavern, New York.
I mean, the animals and yourselves had all been through a very long day, and obviously it's a very long trip, and to see that satisfaction on your face, I could see that you were very content in seeing that the job was being taken very seriously and being very handled to the expectations that you had hoped it would have.
We saw all these pigs on the crates, and that moment we felt that we did it. They were like, nothing happened. So this animal is so clever, so smart, and they can turn in trip mode. And when they arrive to the place, they start playing.
The pigs had to spend 30 days in continuous monitoring to ensure they were in good health. Furthermore, the USDA made all the necessary analysis to ensure the compliance with all the legal requirements to enter the United States. After this adventure, Sergio was incredibly surprised on the morning he finally went to pick up the animals from the quarantine station. It turned out that the first American piglets had already been born in New York.
First American piglets. 7. The piglets were so nice, so lovely, and they played around, and it was also a magic moment to find those kind of gifts.
Once the quarantine station permits were approved, they started the road trip from New York to the town of Flatonia, Texas. A trip of 1,800 miles, over 30 hours long.
Now we are on our way to Texas. We have been driving for more than 3 hours, just 3 hours, and still being in front of us 24 hours and 35 minutes. Pigs are okay, they are sleeping, just sold them, and let's go. So we have been driving for 28 hours and 42 minutes, and we are 4 minutes to the farm. But much more than this, we have been 7 years working to reach this moment, and it's very special, you can trust me. I'm very, this is amazing.
After 7 years of hard work and a long and strenuous journey, the Iberian pigs finally arrived at their new home in Flatonia, a small village of 1,300 people who welcomed their new neighbors.
It was a 9,000 miles journey by truck, by road, by plane. The whole trip was huge. I mean, it was long, was tough. But at the end, the pigs are here, so the trip was fine.
But their arrival to town was not an easy one. Suddenly, a terrible summer storm arises and shows Sergio's human side.
We have also a gift from the sky, because it started raining a lot. They make a big shower to us. I find some piglets around there. The mother was missed, and the piglets were around, cold and afraid, and I just have the instinct to save those pigs and put it on a safe place without these weather conditions.
It went very well, I guess. It was a pretty long trip for the pigs, but they handled it well. We had water tanks in the trailer for them to drink, and they didn't seem to get too hot or anything, and it was about a 1,800 mile trip. Good, I mean, just took it easy basically. They had a pretty good, pretty comfortable ride.
Although the most difficult part of the project has been completed successfully, there is still a lot of work that needs to be done. The ultimate goal is to produce one of the world's tastiest and healthiest meats in the US.
You know, the same way that America has been able to produce fantastic wines, here we have the opportunity for America to produce a fantastic Iberian ham.
I think the Iberico pig gives us a unique opportunity to produce a unique kind of food that's highly prized.
We have a lot of effort to do to demonstrate the American market that we are dealing with one of the best products in food in the world.
I think this project has an unusual ability to be successful, mainly because of the breed of the animal that's being used here. We have a food animal that has the ability to do some things that a lot of our food animals have lost.
And so I think this will be extremely successful. And if it is, you know, it'll be great for you and great for your business and the community. And, you know, we definitely love having new people move back into town and bring their kids, and, you know, all that's nice.
The people who work on this place are used to manage pigs, and much more than this, they have passion.
I could have all the marketing resources, but if I don't have passion, if I don't have love for my product and my consumer, I don't have anything.
Well, my feeling at this actual time of this challenge of process, almost close to be true and to be done. Mm-hmm.
We have brought really generations of knowledge in how to produce this special food product.
Now we have this beautiful story of these two Spanish entrepreneurs that have decided to build the capacities within America to produce one of these exquisite products, which is Iberian ham.
Currently, the Iberian pigs live happily in the United States, where the acorn cichlids family continues to grow.
Here they are. They are Iberian pigs.